I'm Kimberly McCuiston, and Michele and I formed Alabama Coast United back in 2011, immediately after the BP oil disaster.
I'm Michele Harmon. I'm the director and founder of Alabama Coast United, and I actually came up here this year for Lobby Day with Defenders. I was really shocked yesterday when I got that message about Trump rolling those things back. Those regulations are put in place to protect not only the companies that are out there doing the work, but the guys on those platforms, the women on those platforms, the environment, the Gulf of Mexico, and the marine life, and the coast itself, and the people that live on the coast. 11 people died, and 17 more were injured when the Deepwater Horizon exploded. What message is that sending to the families of those who lost their lives and the injured? To me, it says that their lives meant nothing, because now it's putting profits once more over people and over the health and safety of the environment and the welfare of everyone along the Gulf Coast. The biggest impacts we saw were on birds and marine mammals, really.
Sea turtles.
Sea turtles had a horrible time. We lost a lot of whales. It's done significant damage to the ecosystem, and it still is. And we don't know going forward how much more damage it will do, how long we're going to see continuing impacts on not only the environment, but on human health. We just don't know. And that's the scary part, is you don't know. We are still seeing wildlife impacts. We don't see as many birds. We're not seeing as many insects. Things that, sand dollars, things that live on the bottom that you would normally find on the beaches just aren't there. Pelicans, they're suffering because there's not enough food. In Florida, we are seeing dolphins dying. And so I think there is still impacts going on. And it's real, and it hurts people, and it's hurting the livelihoods of a lot of my friends and family. My family has made a living for generations off that water. And my father, my brothers, my uncles and cousins all thought their lives were over. Their way of life was done. And now it's likely to happen again, only this time nobody's going to be responsible, because it's going to happen again. It's not a matter of if it'll happen. It will happen, especially if you're using subpar equipment that is not being properly inspected and regulated.
Well, somebody needs to explain to this administration that the days of fossil fuel are coming to an end, and that it's not coming back. Big coal is not coming back. Oil and gas, they're not coming back. And we have to move forward. It's going to happen again. It's just going to happen again. And we're just sitting ducks, unless we can change our representatives' minds and our senators' minds and our state's mind of, do you value the Gulf Coast? Do you value it as an industry, as a service industry, as a vacation resort? And they've got to make up their minds. It's either going to be the environment, or you're not going to have this.
And we've got to get infrastructure started to transition off of oil and gas and onto clean, green, renewable energy that is going to be good for everyone and everything on the planet. I tell people all the time, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. And you hear mine now. It does quite a lot. Because this stuff is still very raw. It's still very real and painful.
We can't take another hit. It'll be gone, and the Gulf Coast will be given to oil and gas. That's what we see happening if this remains where these rollbacks remain. We're just being pounded on and defeated, but we're not going to stop. And we're not going to stop speaking out.